Hi, I'm Drew Nichols and this is Derek Wilkins. We're with LTC Tree and today we're going to talk to you about long-term care insurance costs. In other words, what are some of the factors that go into how much long-term care insurance costs?
Yeah, there's several factors that affect the cost of long-term care insurance. The first being is your age, of course. So the older you are, the more expensive it is. The second is going to be your health. Now, your health is can be defined numerous different methods by these actuaries, but there's usually companies have about 3 different rate classes. They'll have the preferred for the very healthy, the standard, and then a rated class for people who are still healthy enough to get it, but maybe they're taking insulin for diabetes.
Yeah, some of the companies will have that. And your health is your most important factor when it comes to the pricing for this. Now, the biggest discount is actually if you're married or if you have a partner. And that discount ranges 25 to 35%. It's pretty close estimate.
Yeah, so for married couples, because I'm sure the actuaries have figured out that couples probably file less claims, so they'll give you a discount on the cost of your long-term care policy if you're married.
Now, if you're single, there are still some ways to reduce your premiums. Some of the options on these policies may not make sense if you're single. For example, survivorship, which that usually, how much would you say that adds on
it's
average?
About 10%. The survivorship rider with most companies about 10%.
Now, one of the first questions a lot of folks will ask me is just ballpark, how much does long-term care insurance cost for me? So, we can't get into any specific numbers. You really need to get specific quotes, but for a married couple with good health that's in their mid-50s, what's a rough range of what long-term care insurance will cost?
It's probably going to be about, I'd say, $1,500 a year per person to $2,000 a year. So you're looking as a couple, maybe $3,000 to $4,000 a year.
Right. Yeah. That's it depends on a lot of variables.
A lot of variables, but that kind of gives you an estimate. It's not like $10,000 or something.
And one of the first things I tell a lot of clients is, this is not an exact science. We're not trying to pin the tail on the donkey when we're buying long-term care insurance. What we're trying to do is protect assets. And so one of the first things we need to do is step back a little bit and think about, well, there's a chance I may never use this coverage. So I don't want to have long-term care insurance that costs me, an arm and a leg, because what if I don't ever use it? And so what we'll do a lot of times is, again, step back and maybe not insure the whole risk, maybe self-insure part of the risk, just have long-term care take a big bite out of the policy, out of the cost.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll talk to you about, your income that you'll have coming in. Maybe you have Social Security coming, maybe you have pension.
The house is paid off, so you don't have that expense.
Yeah, you don't have
anymore.
a mortgage, so maybe you have all this income coming in. So if you needed care, maybe you could use some of the income to help chip in and pay for some of the care. So as opposed to getting a full policy, maybe you get a policy that covers 75% of the risk, and of course that will get your premiums down and the cost down that much more.
Now, the best way to figure out exactly what long-term care insurance costs is to get a quote from an agent. Now, a lot of folks are a little hesitant to do that. Insurance agents have a pretty bad reputation for trying to sell and upsell and everything else. Let's talk a little bit about who we are at LTC Tree and what we do.
We're the complete opposite of what you're used to with insurance agents, we promise.
Yeah.
Basically, we're a network of independent agents throughout the country. We never come to your house and give you the 2 to 3 hour sales presentation like a lot of local agents. We'll basically shop the market of companies and mail you a side-by-side comparison in a 3-ring binder, and it's delivered to your door, and you can review it on your own time.
At no cost. And there's about 10 companies that they want to consider if they're shopping for long-term care and trying to figure out how much it costs. What you may accidentally stumble into is some agents are captive agents. So as opposed to us, we're 100% independent. They're going to quote and try to sell you one company. That's not what you want, because the pricing and the cost can really vary from person to person, state to state, health to health.
I see this all the time where, a particular company who we call them, again, Drew said, a captive agents, they'll send the representative out to the person's house and they'll just sell them this one particular company and how great it is. And a lot of times people, they don't know what else is out there, so they just buy the first thing that they're sold. And you want to talk about keeping the cost down, avoid captive agents if you want to keep your costs down for long-term care
work with
insurance.
an independent agent. Doesn't have to be LTC Tree. Just go find an independent agent. If you want if you're watching this video, you're the type of person who likes to do research.
Right.
And that's exactly the approach that we take. It's a very research based. We're going to mail you that binder. You're going to see the prices side by side from all these companies, and then you decide which one you like and what plan you like.
Yeah, and so again, we'll mail you the information. When you have questions, you email. We do a lot of email questions, or you call us anytime. But again, it's on your time and on your schedule.
Yep. So if you're trying to figure out how much long-term care insurance costs, and maybe you're watching this on YouTube, go to our website. It's ltctree.com. And if you're already on our website, at the bottom of this page, there is a form you can fill out to get one of these binders in the mail.
All right. Thanks very much.
Thanks for your time.